Welcome to the very first episode of our podcast. My name's Joe Mayo and I'm the chairman from Skippers FC. And I'm sat here at Spy Studios in Canterbury.
So Joe, can you tell us a little bit more about the club?
Yeah, no problem. We're coming close to at the end of our second season. The momentum we've had has been totally unreal. This season we've had 4 teams competing both in men's and youth football, which has been very impressive. As a lot of you may know, the pure logistics for getting 4 teams started from a standstill start was a massive challenge, which we managed to pull off. Our first team have managed back-to-back promotions from the Ashford District Saturday League and now the Kent County Division 2 East League. We've won a Wilder Kent Cup final. We got through to the Kent semi-final, Kent Cup semi-final, and we're in the Leckie Family Cup final on the 17th of May.
That's pretty impressive for a club that's not even won 2 seasons.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it is.
So, can you tell us how did Skippers FC come about?
Okay, where do I start? Well, my first spell in managing anything to do with football was a youth team where my boy and my stepboy was playing. I assisted a guy for about a year, and then I took over the team as the manager. We went from there to another club where we went into men's Sunday league football. We've done about 2 seasons there, and then we moved on to another established club where I took over the first team, and we had a pretty good season. We got promoted, and we also won a Division 2 Sunday league cup. I suppose it was within this time that I started to think I needed to do more within football. I approached the committee and said to them, look, come on, let's have a look at youth football. I said, because obviously there's so much in it, would be so much more for the club, and obviously it's good for the community. And to be honest, the committee weren't really interested in doing anything additional, like with youth, etc. So I started to get my brain thinking, what am I going to do? And it was at this time, I was sat, I remember it was 2022, 2023. It was the last game of the season, away, and I was sitting there waiting for the boys to turn up for the game. And it just come to me, well, I've got to do something myself. And I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I thought, I want to get youth teams involved. I want to get Saturday teams involved to see where we can do and progress for the leagues, etc. So this is how it all come about, really. It was at this point that I met up with a guy called Adam Russell, aka Timmy. He was very interested in what I was saying to him, what I want to do about setting a club up, etc. Timmy has a wealth of football knowledge and has been on the scene for quite a while. So it was a no-brainer. I need to get Timmy in. At the beginning, it was a struggle. We had no players, no pitches, no club, no documentation, nothing, absolutely nothing. But me and Timmy worked endless hours to get everything in place. This literally took us a few weeks to do, and to be honest, it was unreal. Me and Timmy connected so well and managed to get everything in place in just a short time. To start with, though, we was only meant to do the 1 team, but there was about 50, 60 players that was interested and wanted to come and play for us. So someone mentioned it in one of the group chats, why don't you get a reserves team? I was like that. So next day I thought, yeah, it's a no-brainer, we have to. So I ended up with the 2 teams. As you can imagine, as a new club, we had no money whatsoever. We had to chase and rely on sponsors to come in and help us out, which we'll always be grateful for. It was in our second season where we was a lot better. We were streamlined. We'd learnt by our mistakes, and we had 4 teams, which, like I said earlier, have done so well.
Progress that you've made in such a short time, you come across like you're very proud of what you've achieved by the club so far.
Yes, we are. We've put a lot of time and effort into it, giving back to the community, and obviously the charity works we do with the players and building everything up. It's so much.
I'm told you're organising a charity event. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, of course. Well, basically, what it is, the pub that we use for our club, it's called the Alfred Arms. It's in Newtown in Ashford in Kent. They do a hell of a lot of stuff for charity. And it was me and Timmy was at this event probably about a year ago. And we've sat there and we was like, what can we do to help this charity out? It's about a little girl called Billy. She was born 13 weeks premature and weighed just 790 grams. She was born at the William Harvey Hospital, but after a month, she was rushed to the Evelyn Hospital at St Thomas's in London and was in there for 14 months with her parents having to stay in the Ronald McDonald House. Throughout this time, she had been given CPR 11 times She had multiple infections, including sepsis and other life-threatening complications, as well as a tracheostomy fitted, which is way too much for anyone to cope with, let alone a young baby. Thank God she's home now, but she needs 24/7 care, including nurses, with her throughout the night. Thinking about it now is so sad anyone have to go through all of this. So then me and Timmy was thinking, what can we do for the club to help her out? We sat in the Alfred Arms one day and we just come up with it. We just decided we're going to do a charity football match. After all, it's a football club, so what more can we do for the poor little girl? We started to put a word out, and I decided to chance mum and went to meet Karen, the manager at Julie Rose Stadium, see if we could hold the event there. She was very forthcoming with the idea and managed to get the green light from the powers to be for this to take place. As soon as this was agreed, we started planning the event, which has taken some doing, to be honest, in such a short notice, but we were nearly there. But we've managed to arrange a lot of activities for the day, which includes Skipper's in-house football match, Skipper's Pink v Skipper's Blue. We've got stalls there selling stuff. We've got a beer tent. We've got kids' rides. We've got hot food there. We've got a sweet stall, face painting, a raffle, which has got some fantastic prizes, donations from different companies around Ashford. And we're holding a special auction as well for a few items.
Where is it going to be held, and is there an entry there?
Yeah, for anyone who's interested, it's on the 24th of May at the Julie Rose Stadium. Entry fee is £5 each, and under 16s £3, and under 11s are free. When we finish the event, no doubt we'll all be heading back to the Alfred Arms for a few drinks after.
Is this going to be a regular event that you'll be doing?
Yeah, it will be. Every year, it's going to be a tradition now for the football club that we're going to be holding the Billy's Cup. Obviously, this is in aid for charities that support her.
Does the club intend on working with any other charities?
Yeah, we do. Well, from next season, we'll be raising money for the charity Mind.
What made you choose?
Well, a tough question, really. I personally myself have suffered with mental health. I was ill a while back, 6 months ago. I was in hospital for a while with I had a bit of bad health at the time, and I didn't realise that my mental health was being affected by my ill health. To be honest, I didn't really understand mental health at all. Obviously, I've seen it, I know about it, the work industry that I do, it comes around a lot, but I didn't really appreciate it either, I suppose. At one stage, I thought I was a goner due to my mental health, but luckily for me, I had good people around me, my family, my close friends, people in the football club, my partner at the time, and I'd never forget what everyone done for me over the last 6 months, I suppose, and helping me get back to full recovery. It's just been so good to me. This is why I suppose I've chosen Mind as our next season's charity. We're going to be raising awareness for the club, and anything we can do to help this charity, we'll be on it.
Right, moving on. Can you tell us what's next for the club?
Well, yeah, like I said, we've come a long way, and we ain't stopping here. We've already planned for another 4 teams to join us this season, 2 more youth teams, a Saturday reserve team, and a vets team.
Wow. Sounds good. You're going to be really busy.
Yeah, we will be, to be honest, but it's well worth it. The club won't be stopping. We are going to be growing season on season going forward.
Do you also have another rehearsal?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm quite excited about it. Following the charity game on the 24th of May, we'll be changing our club's name from Skippers FC to AC Ashford. AC Ashford standing for Athletic Club, which ties up nicely as Julie Rose Stadium will be our home ground from next season. Another reason for the name change was when our first team started in the Kent County League. We was known as just a pub team from Ashford. Not bad though, considering we reached the semi-final of the Kent Cup. We won the Wilder Kent Cup. We're in the final of the Lecky Cup, and we've got promoted within our first season, back-to-back promotions. I suppose not bad for a pub team, mate. Going forward though, is our vision as a club to progress as far as we can through the leagues, and obviously continue our youth development program that we're going to be setting up, getting girls teams involved, women's teams involved, etc. But just there ain't going to be no stopping us. We are going to keep growing and growing. I suppose as well, before we finish off, I personally would like to say a big thanks to our supporters, the players, the parents, club management and sponsors, because without any of you guys, none of this would be possible to be building such a great family club. Till next time, stay safe, play hard and support local football.